Hey, what's up, guys? You're listening to the It Takes a Village podcast. I'm Ashley, your host. This is where the struggles are real, the callings are heavy, the kids are sticky. We come together because it takes a village, and this is your tribe. Hey guys, thanks for listening to the It Takes a Village podcast. Today we are going to talk about dressing like a mom. And with that, I know that as soon as I bring up dressing like a mom, you're already thinking about your tummy. You're tugging on that extra roll over your jeans. You're thinking about how much your body has changed since you've pushed out a watermelon. And it's true. Our bodies have changed, and it's changed a lot since we were in college. We probably can't even fit into the jeans we fit to, or maybe we can, and we're celebrating. Praise Jesus, hallelujah. We're back in those jeans that we wore when we were seniors in college. But either way, this episode is for you if you feel like you've been dressing like a mom. Okay, so plain and simple, as soon as we become parents, we get this idea in our heads of what we are supposed to be, what we're supposed to look like, what we desire to look like, what we want motherhood to look like or be. And we also are molded by what society tells us we should look like, or what we should be, or what we should do as a mom. And to be honest, if I was to be a part of that mold that society made, I don't know that I would have done a podcast. Out of 7 billion people in the world, there is a lot of podcasts for moms. That's true. But out of 7 million podcasts, or 7 billion people in the world, there aren't a lot of podcasts for moms if you compare those two together. So if I was to do what society told me I should do as a stay-at-home mom, or a mom in general, podcasting probably wouldn't come top of mind. Not naturally anyways. So I want to share with you some of the traps that I have fallen into, and some of the traps that you're probably most likely falling into when it comes to dressing like a mom. And maybe it'll give you something to think about. Maybe you will change one thing. Maybe you won't change anything because you like the place that you're in, and that is totally fine. I just love to share my thoughts on certain topics. And today I felt like, I just felt called to talking about dressing like a mom. So here we go. So we tend on dressing according to our body. The way that we feel about our body is the way we tend to dress our body. So if you're reaching for the really loose sweatpants, the really loose sweaters that were your husband's when he was in college, that have Nike logos all over it, or some old college that you don't even know where you got it from, but it's frumpy, it's big, it's loose, it's baggy, and nobody can see your body, that's your goal. That is so unfortunate, because you have a beautiful body. We all have beautiful bodies. So if you're dressing all frumped out because you feel frumped out, because you feel like your body isn't in a good place, then girl, we need to work on your heart, because you are in such a good place in your life. If you need to exercise, sure, exercise. If you need to eat healthier, let's be honest and eat healthier. What I'm talking about is that you should not look at yourself and feel shame. You should not look at yourself and feel hate. You shouldn't look at yourself and feel resentment. You should look at yourself and be grateful for its purpose, grateful for what it can do, what it has done. And, as long as it's still functioning, your kids love your body. Everybody loves your body. You love your body. Everybody loves your body. You're just telling yourself all these lies because of the way it looks on the outside. And like I said, if you need to get healthy, get right, get healthy. Do not diet, because I don't believe in those. But you know what I mean? Like, take care of your body. But if you're dressing because you feel shame about your body, like, a lot of the times how we feel on the inside is a direct representation of what we look like on the outside sometimes. If I'm sick, you can totally tell that I'm sick because I am going to rock the sweatpants. Probably. And my eyes are going to look bloodshot. I'm going to have bags under my eyes, and that's cool and all. But that's because I'm sick. If I'm unhappy, you can tell by my facial expressions that I'm unhappy. Same thing with clothes. We tend to gravitate towards the things that represent kind of what we're feeling inside, and we feel like we deserve that. I don't know why, but we shouldn't grab the sweater that's 3 sizes too large because we feel like we deserve that. Like we're not good enough for the sweater that actually fits our size. And that's kind of insane when you think of it that way. So what I have learned is one trap that I fell into was when I had kids, I was okay totally spending money on their clothes, because they were cute and they were little, and it was like I could buy more for the same price that I could buy one thing for myself. So I didn't buy anything for myself. I would buy for the kids, and then the only things I did buy for myself were at Target, and it was always when I hit like the clearance rack. So I would buy it because, oh, it's sort of kind of cute, but oh my gosh, it's like $3, so I have to buy it. So then I realized I had a closet full of sale items or clearance items that were at Target, and I hated them. When I went to go dress for a date night, I hated it. I don't know who I thought I was dressing for, because it totally wasn't me. When I looked in my closet, and maybe you guys should do this, or maybe you have lately, when you look in your closet, do you say, that right there, girl, that's me, all the way, I will rock all these things all day long? Probably not. You're probably going to look into your closet and not recognize yourself, because somewhere, somehow, we decided to start dressing for somebody else. We don't even know who. We don't even know who it was that we decided to start dressing for, but we decided that society, that us, that whoever, we need to dress for this imaginary person and this imaginary ideal of who we thought we should be as women, as mothers. And we started buying random crap that we won't ever wear. So what I say to you is spend more, actually, on less. So what I am trying to do is I will not buy something unless I absolutely love it. I don't care if society says that it's not a mom item, like if it's too trendy, or if, I'm in a teenager store. I think that that's another thing that moms fall into the trap of, is like, oh no, that store is for teenagers. I couldn't possibly. Why couldn't you possibly? If you could fit into the clothes in that store, and you feel good wearing the clothes in that store, then wear the clothes in that store. Those teenagers are going to be looking at you like, man, when I'm her age, I hope I can still wear these clothes from this store. So buy the things that you absolutely love, despite what you think mom clothes are, despite what you think the amount is. So I think that if we buy a top that is $20, which is for me astronomical, that makes my heart hurt, because I know as a former sale junkie that I could probably find 3 or 4 or 5 shirts that amount to the same $20. It hurts my heart to go, okay, here's my shirt, to put it on the counter. But at the same time, I know I'm going to love that shirt. It's going to make me feel good. I'm going to pick it out all the time from my closet. I'm not going to pass it over in my closet. It's not going to still hang there with the tags on. And I'm going to wear it for years to come. So it's worth it if you spend more on less items, if you really, really love the items. And if you're really savvy with money and savvy with sales, you could still usually find what you love on a sale. That's what I like to do. Okay, secondly, buy because you love how it makes you feel. I don't care if you get it from the Goodwill. I don't care if you get it from the vintage store. I don't care if you got it from Target. Although I have heard there is, I don't know if a study or maybe a conversation around the fact of women buying clothing at the same store that they buy laundry detergent and toilet paper. There's nothing wrong with doing that, because I love me a good Target find. But it's just the fact that when you go somewhere, you go online, you're specifically going in mind to shop for your body, for your clothes, and you're not thinking about, oh, well, I'm just going to run by these racks real quick while I grab the toilet paper and the plunger. Like, I think it just has more to do with your mindset of I'm here to take care of my body. Like when I go into a store in the mall or wherever I'm going shopping, I'm going there specifically in mind to treat myself, to take care of myself, to clothe myself. And so maybe it's just a mindset thing. Anyways, I'm going off on a tangent, but love how it makes you feel and just go with that. I don't think that we need to worry about what other people think about us, because at the end of the day, and maybe in this first transition, they're gonna ask you like, "What's up? Like, what are you doing?" Or you've been dressing differently lately. And that's totally fine. Like, those are totally fine observations for when you are changing your style. But the truth is, here's another thing that I want to mention. Maybe I should make these tips or observations. I don't know. But your style should evolve with you, with me, and not disappear with me or you. So just like I'm evolving, I know that my style has evolved. I look back at high school pictures and I do not want to wear anything close to what I was, and that's totally fine. But at the same time, my personality has changed a lot. I wouldn't go into a shop just because I feel like this is how old I am. Oh, this shop is for me because I'm now 30. Or this shop is for me now because I'm a mom. Or this shop is for me now because I am 3 sizes bigger. No, this shop is for me because I love it, because it's me. It's what I've changed into. It's what I've evolved into. And so I think the same thing that, when we get into this baggy clothes, frumpy look, which again, we all have our days. I just don't want that to define you. But when we have that baggy clothes, frumpy thing going on, it's like we're saying, I've disappeared. And you shouldn't disappear because you were always you. You might have forgotten who you were, but that can easily be found because all you have to do is take some time, separate yourself from the family, and think about, what is it that I really want? Who is it that I really am? What are the things that I really love? Forget about all the noise because it doesn't matter. What matters is you. And you're a better mom when you love you. You're a better mom when you have fun, when you're happy. You're a better wife when you love you. You're a better wife when you have fun, when you're happy. And so our style should evolve with us and not disappear with us. Don't dress because you care what others think, but dress because you want to validate your individuality, even if you'll always be Summer's mom. I'll always be Maddox's mom. I'll always be Brinley's mom, but I'm also Ashley. And you guys know me as Ashley. Like when you come to this podcast, you know me as me. You're like, hey, that's Ashley. That's, and you associate me with whatever it is you associate me with. That's what makes me an individual. My personality, the way that you guys hear me, the way that I talk, what I write about, what I share on my Instagram, all those things that I put out there is me as an individual. Will my kids always be a part of me? Absolutely. The way that I think about it is just like when you are raising your kiddos up now and you're married or you're dating somebody or you're in a serious relationship, when your kids leave the nest, so to speak, it's going to be you and your partner. And so you're no longer going to be Summer's mom first. You're going to be Ashley. You're going to be you, yourself first, and it's going to be you and your husband. And who are you going to be? Because all this time you were taking care of your kids, you were putting them first, and you weren't taking care of yourself. And now all of a sudden, you got to. You forgot who you were. You don't know what you're doing, I sound so Southern right now. But, I want you to dress to validate your individuality. We are so beautiful. We are so different. I think that we should express it. Whether that is business casual, maybe your personality is business casual. Maybe you're a little bit more into that style. Maybe you like straight lines and clean pleats. And oh my gosh, I have some friends that can rock some of that wear like it's no one's business because they look good in it. They feel good in it. That's them. That's their personality. But me, if I tried to wear that, I would be walking with my arms sticking out. My leg, I would look like I've been riding a horse all day. I don't want to wrinkle anything. I don't know how to move in this thing. Does it come with instructions? There are some things that, I have types of outfits that even though it's trendy, even though I like it, I know what I do and don't want to wear to my kids' schools. That doesn't mean I have to tone it down by negative 100 and totally change my style because this one trend or whatever, one version of this style is inappropriate. I think that what is inappropriate and what's not is totally up to you. I don't think anybody has a place to judge that. I think that we should all support each other. And also, here's my last thought on this, because I'm going off on tangent after tangent after tangent, just because I really care about you guys and I want you to feel good. Okay, I'm going to share 2 last things. So the second to last thing is dress. And this is for stay-at-home moms, or at least maybe it's for more of you, but for me, I know it's a struggle because I'm at home, and so I find myself getting around to 3 p.m. or 2:30, and I'm just now getting dressed because I have to go get the kids. So I've been in my pajamas, I've had my robe on, I'm doing work, and the whole time I haven't changed because I'm working from home. I've been challenging myself lately to actually get dressed. I haven't made it as far as getting my makeup on or doing my hair. I usually get that done by the afternoon now. But I've been challenging myself to get dressed at least, and not in sweats, not in like that's barely even a step forward from my pajamas to my robe. You know what I'm saying? So like I actually try to find something cute and presentable, even if nobody's gonna see me, because there's something about it that just makes you feel good. It makes you a little bit more motivated. You feel a little bit more put together. You feel a little bit more beautiful. And it just gives you that extra, it's like a bonus, a bonus about feeling good about yourself. Because you feel good, you look good. They kind of go hand in hand sometimes. So if you're a stay-at-home mom, I challenge you to get out of those pajamas. You just got to do it. I know they're comfy. I know they feel good. They have all the leg room. You've probably been using them as a napkin, and that's handy and all. But try to get dressed in the morning as soon as you get up, and I promise you will feel better. Okay, so the last thing is, if it looks like someone is looking at you in this process, you're changing, now you've decided, I want to be me, I want to dress like me. I don't care what anybody says. There are going to be people who look at you. There are going to be people who look like they're talking about you. Just because they are doing those things doesn't necessarily mean that it's all bad. I've had women who have looked like they were looking at me or talking about me. And of course, like my natural instinct was to be on the defensive. And when you walk by them, you want to be like, well, give them a dirty look. But when you happen to actually walk by them, they say something like, wow, like, I don't know how you do that. You're just rocking that hair color so well. It looks so good on you. And that makes me really excited because, one, it makes me feel good about myself. But also it creates an opportunity for me to say, well, you could totally do that too. Like, what's stopping you? And usually when I say that, or, when I'm approached with that, it's like, well, nothing. So I want you to think about that. Do you dress for you? Is your style evolving with you, or is it disappearing with you? Do you feel good in what you're wearing? Or do you feel like what you're wearing is defined by this invisible, imaginary, judgmental ideal that's telling you what you should look like? Because that's totally unfair for yourself. I think that you should take it easy on yourself and really decide what you want to be, what you want to look like. Does it make you feel good? Does it fall in line with your values, with your morals, and balance those all out and just dress for you? You don't have to dress for being a mom, because what is that? Who actually knows what that is? I don't, because we're all different. We're all different mothers. So if I was to say I need to dress like a mom, well, what the heck is that? I don't know. It's not anything. You are a mom. You just happen to be a mom, but you're also you. So dress for you. Don't dress to be a mom. That is my rant for the day. I hope that it was encouraging to you. Hopefully it wasn't offensive, because that's totally not what I meant to do. I just want to help you guys feel good and talk about the things that I know that I struggle with. And if I'm struggling with it, I'm guessing that some of you out there are struggling with it as well. And so I hope you enjoyed this episode. Also, don't forget to head on over to theashcarroll.com/contact, and there you can give me an anonymous topic that you would like me to cover. I would love to hear from you guys. I would love to cover those topics. Thanks for listening. Talk to you later.